What is up, guys? Marble Tyler here. It's early in the morning, but I do have some coffee in me, so my commentary shouldn't be that awful. I apologize if it is, but I can't stop thinking about Infinity War. We went and saw it last night, and I want to do my review. I will be doing spoiler free, though it's going to be hard. I will be doing spoiler free. I will probably do a spoiler review or spoiler discussion in the future, so stay tuned for that. But let's talk about Infinity War. So first off, I didn't know if it was going to be good. And now I obviously was super optimistic. I nothing about it. No doubt in my mind. I was like, you know what? Every MCU film is always great. I'm super pumped. I've been looking forward to it. You know, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Guardians, like literally all my favorite characters. So let's go. And I'm going into it and I see, all the people showing up and we got fan events and everything. I myself got some like little souvenir mug, but we had people showing up cosplaying. We had people, with these giant bright silver arms to cosplay as Winter Soldier and Spider-Man suits showing up, and it was awesome and it was a great time and I was super pumped, and I'm like, this movie should hopefully live up to the hype. In the back of my mind, maybe it's not going to. And then the movie started. And it starts hitting hard and it does not stop hitting hard. The entire movie is just an emotional train wreck for any MCU fan. So getting into it, it's a very well done plot, though it does suffer a bit because there are so many characters. They just have to jump around so much that sometimes I got this feeling of like, well, I know we haven't got an update on these set of characters and what they're doing in a while. What are they doing? And you just kind of have to wait. And it's really hard to balance, so many characters. I mean, I think they said there was like 78 or something like that confirmed characters. It's really hard to go here, there, here, there, here, there. I mean, it's just kind of crazy that there's just that many, and obviously main characters not as much, but in main characters, there's like 20, 25. It's crazy. I mean, it's just a ton. But the Russo brothers did do a really good job of balancing it, keeping every person's story interesting, especially if you're an MCU fan. If you watched any of the other movies, you are interested the entire time, so you don't have to worry about that. They do a really great job of just, things are moving, things are happening, and everything hurts. I mean, everything when I say that. Whether it's a surprise coming around the corner, or whether it's a huge action sequence, or some character development, or some character interactions that you're like, is this going to be good, or how are they going to do that? It's awesome. I mean, it's incredible, and honestly, it pulls no punches. It feels great. It's really hard to get into the plot here because everything would be a spoiler. Even like the opening scenes would be a spoiler for anyone that hasn't gone to see it. So I literally can't say anything about the plot besides the Russo brothers did a good job of keeping the pace up, though it is hard when there's so many characters and you have a favorite, and it's really hard when you don't see that favorite character sometimes for the course of 15 minutes to 20 minutes. Now, in terms of obviously the action set pieces and the visuals and everything else, MCU always knocks it out of the park, and this one's, no stranger. The characters and the CGI, the bad guy models or whatever, they look phenomenal. They honestly look menacing and terrifying, and it looks like they did a really good job of personifying these evil villains, and especially Thanos. Thanos is done super well. I mean, everything visually is done great. There's not much to say here besides it's a beautiful, beautiful movie. The set pieces obviously in the trailer you saw this, but the Orange Planet, Titan, which is Thanos' homeworld, it's gorgeous, in every aspect. Even though it's just this, barren kind of orange place, it still looks beautiful, despite it, being this apocalypse-looking place. I don't know how to describe it. Wakanda, of course, looks great. And honestly, one of the best parts about the movie was incorporating music from all these movies. When they go to Wakanda, which obviously that's not a spoiler, it's in the trailer. You get the music, you get that. I don't want to make the noise because I know I'm gonna do it horrifically, but you get that Wakandan theme song. That's the word I'm looking for. You get that Wakandan theme song, and the same thing with whether it's Captain America or Avengers or whatever. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's crazy, and honestly, it's one of the best parts of the movie. It's just this compilation of all these characters. I mean, I don't know how to describe it. It's awesome and crazy, and something obviously that Avengers has been setting precedents for because it's never been done. And to this day, I still don't think we've seen a movie with this many characters combining this many, overarching stories, especially to this degree. and it's done beautifully, and it's done well. And again, it suffers at times because it's really hard to balance all these characters, all these stories, but it's so good. Honestly, even if you're not an MCU fan, you might not understand some stuff, but it's really great, especially because of all the twists, all the turns. If you're not an MCU fan, go with an MCU fan so they can explain a couple things to you. But it's really worth watching this movie. Honestly, that's about all I can say. The music's great, the visuals are great, the plot's fantastic, it pulls no punches. But without spoiling anything, I really can't talk about it that much. That's how intensive this movie is, from beginning to end. It's just non-stop. This is awesome. And if I said literally anything, I would be spoiling it, spoiling some special moment for someone, and I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'll be doing a different spoiler-included discussion video a couple days from now. Man, I really can't talk this morning. A couple days from now. And so if you want to see that, go ahead and come back. Otherwise, if you want to hear my review, or if you want to know what I'm going to give, I don't do number scores, I do letter scores, because I feel like number scores are a very bad interpretation of how a movie actually is. I'm going to give this movie an A-. This movie does suffer a little bit from pacing because there's so many characters, and sometimes I was like, what's just happening with these other people? Like, this is great, and I love these characters, but I'm curious, like, what these other people are doing. What's happening here? What's happening here? And it's really hard because it's hard to fault that movie for something like that. That being said, the movie gets an A- because, I mean, it hits all the right notes. I mean, there's really not much I can say. If you want to see the full spoiler-included discussion, that'll be sometime possibly this weekend. If not, definitely early next week. I'll probably see the movie a second time between now and then. So, until then, I will see you guys in the game.